Hello everybody and welcome back to another playing through of Parasyte the Maxim episode 16 as per usual. There's the outro if you wish to skip that. So yeah, well, previously we had a declaration that Shinichi and Miki are going to war, basically. It's a war declaration. Not a clear, obvious one, but it's really obvious that they are trying to exterminate them, and Miki and Shinichi are also trying to exterminate the other parasites. And we ended up with a cliffhanger of them facing off against that parasite, or combination of 3 parasites in one. Now this is probably the point of the series where it becomes more of a battle series, which I am totally fine with. So let's just get it on. Well, that's a grim start for the episode. Jeez. Starting off with the murder of just 2 people like that, that's dark as hell. Considering that they are parasites, they should be able to communicate. When they are in the same body, they might be able to communicate like telepathically, so they can even converse and converse their strategy immediately. So how are they gonna handle this? I mean, clearly they have a mobility advantage, but that's their only advantage. And, I mean, they can try that rock throwing trick again, but that's unlikely to work because, well, they are on guard this time around, so... Well, that's rather considerable disadvantage. If they are not all on their hands, which they probably are not, the other one or two might be located somewhere like his legs or his heart or somewhere like that. Even his head might, well, unlikely that his head is going to be one, but it's possible that his head is one of them. Not necessarily. Just 2 blades from both sides this time around. Oh! Oh! Did they screw up? They screwed up! Oh! An opening! So they are not communicating perfectly, so their teamwork is not exactly perfect. Oh, there's only one enemy. So this... I know there's... like, action is unfortunately something that's really hard to commentate over, because most of the time action is very simplistic and very straightforward, even though this time around there's an interesting little twist to it. But this certainly is it is such an interesting twist that, like, the mystery of where the parasites are actually even located. It's most likely still that the head is not exactly one, but it's difficult to think about how this is going. It's interesting. We'll see. Oh! Oh! That's freaking badass! But that's not gonna end. It's not gonna end there. There's no way that's such a clever strategy. Freaking badass. That's a really clever strategy. And I love how they explained it during that all the action, even though it, you know, reading the subtitles kind of distracts you. But that's amazing strategy. But it's not gonna end there. There are still 2 parasites left, so it's unlikely. Is it actually over? There's no way. Yeah, pretty cool that it wasn't so simple. That would have been far too easy. Now it's become even more complicated. It's 5 against 1. Or even though it's working as a 1. But still. Jeez. Oh, morphing the legs. Bakemono. Well, this is turned really exciting. Oh, slam. Yeah, that's just fantastically well drawn. I have a feeling this video is going to be far shorter than usual videos of my style, because there's very little to comment on except that action, but finally we are getting something other than just that action, which is pretty cool. Those bloodshot eyes. It's completely understandable why Miki would steal that money just to survive. It's very, very reasonable in my opinion. But, well, okay, maybe it might be wrong to steal, but you know, they are humanity's protectors in a way, so, you know, there are explanations. Well, this is rather concerning. How is he gonna explain this? Because I'm sure the father will understand, but it's gonna be hard to explain. It's gonna be it's rather unreasonable to ask your parents to just get out of the house for a few days. It's, yeah. Oh, and that kind of appeal to emotion just worked. That's clever and yet rather horrifying of a thought, that confronting the killer like that. That's pretty effective talk. I still want to see more about the reveals of their secret, but still, I want to see Shinichi reveal that secret more often, but whatever, it makes sense that he wouldn't do it right now, especially when he can do it more logically. I feel so sorry for him. He lost literally everything he had. Well, not, his house is still intact, but he has lost all that he has held dear so far. And even now his life is being threatened. I feel so sorry for him. He's even lost his sanity, so it's so horrible. Why exactly, like, is Miki conversing with, like, maybe the 30% of Miki that has now has been in the bloodstream and the body of Shinichi. Maybe that just has fused completely so that they now can communicate telepathically, at the very least a little bit. Well, considering that how hard that failure is, they have now alerted the police, so that's rather concerning, I'd say, considering that they have given them quite a big lead this time around. Is she talking about community? It's interesting to talk about a higher brain than that. I mean, there is a theory that humans are just basically a hive mind of sorts. Yeah, I know that's just kind of a debunked theory as well, but it's an interesting theory to think about, that humanity would be working in consort like that. Oh. He's gonna die. Oh. Yeah. And this is humanity's biggest downfall, their emotions like this. Blood vengeance like this is just a foolish endeavor. And that's the ending scene. Oh my goodness gracious. And after all, this didn't turn out to be so short of a video. Oh goodness me. Well, that's quite the ending cliffhanger, isn't it? It's going to be a confrontation between Tamura, Reiko, or I can't remember her other name, but it's regardless, it's an interesting little ending there with the confrontation of Tamura and 3 of those parasites. They are probably going to all fight. This is going to be quite something to see how this ends up. And that fight between Miki and Shinichi and Miki turned out to be quite interesting actually, because it was so much more complicated than I actually originally thought. And it didn't turn out to be that the show was completely going to be focused on battles, because, well, Shinichi and Miki are not dumb. They're not going to fight a losing battle like that. It's really all quite interesting, and at the very least it's really exciting. So yeah, I'm really excited to continue this. Well, that will be next time. For now, I don't know. I don't have much to say otherwise. It was really packed full of good action, and the police investigation part, the PI part, also is something that's really interesting, I'd say. It's really something that I quite enjoy, so especially since it's done so freaking well. And all of the visuals are just so damn good, and that PI is just literally has lost his mind, that is his sanity and his family. It's unfortunate for him, but it's done really quite well, so especially to pull emotions. Damn it, I have nothing, I'm just rambling here. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Gonna move out. Thanks for watching.